Boom! What's up, everybody? My name is Kim Scugwell, and today we're gonna make it rain. Not literally, but metaphorically, or Affinity photo-ish here on our computers. I'm gonna show you how you can make your brush into raindrops and how you can add it really easily. So if you like this tutorial, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and leave some comments down below of you like this or not, if there's something you would like. So I got this image here. I'm going to turn off the rain. So you can see here I have two layers. This is just to mask out this. I'm going to show you right now. This is the before. It's already a cool image. I got it off of the stock site. I got both these images off of Unsplash. So I'm going to turn on the rain for this. That's 100% here is a little bit too much for this one. So we got to bring it down to about 50%. And now you can see it actually looks like it's raining. And if I turn it off, it looks real, right? So I'm going to turn on this layer, turn on this one. I'm going to turn on the rain again, and this is before the rain. But on this particular image, we need to bring the opacity up to 100% again. And now you can see that it looks like it's actually raining on this photo. So we're just going to get straight to it, how we do it right now. I'm going to mark these two, delete them, and I'm going to start with this as our background layer. So the first thing you want to do, I'm just going to make a new layer on top here, pixel layer. You hit B on your keyboard, and you want to go to your brushes up here, and you're probably going to be on this one, so that's where I'm going to start. So now you have your brush selected. You can see 1 pixel, opacity, and flow and hardness over here. So we're going to hit this edit brush here, or you could go up to more. It's the same thing. So, but I like using this one. Hit it. We can see the brush here. We're going to just go up a little bit on size here. So you're going to move this up to a size you like. On the accumulation here, you can see that, so we're going to keep that 100, same at hardness, but spacing we're going to drag up until we get individual dots here. Then on flow, we need to keep that at 100 too. And shape, for rain, you want to make it rain a little bit oval. So about 35% or so is cool. You can always add in a couple of percent here of rotation on it. So we have blend modes here. Don't set the blend modes now. You could set vet, I don't know. You see what it says. Leave it as this one. Then we're going to go over to dynamics. So size jitter, we need to move a little bit. So we're going to go about 75%, somewhere in the 70 range for right now. You can always fix this later. Accumulation jitter, see, we're going to keep that at 0%, same with flow. And rotation jitter, we're just going to, since we're making rain, it's not going to come rain in from several different angles here, but it can have a little bit of alteration just to make it look more real. So we're going to go scatter X, just pull it to 400%, and then scatter Y, pull it 400% for now. We're going to leave hardness jitter, leave shape jitter, hue jitter, saturation, and luminosity jitter. So we're going to leave all those as is. But make sure here, unless you're on a pen tablet, I'm not using mine right now, I'm using my my mouse. Press here, go to random, and make sure this is random and all these are random. And we are pretty good now. Now you can see we have altered that brush up here. So we're gonna just duplicate this one, and then we're gonna find it all the way at the bottom here. So I'm gonna make sure we're up here marked on this, and then you can just hit reset, and it should revert back to that. But it's not a big deal if it doesn't. You can just go literally here and put all this stuff back. So you just hit this one back there, you go to shape jitter, and then you go to spacing. There we go. So this could be a cool brush too, but we're gonna go here to size jitter, just do that, scatter XYZ, and there we are back here. So now we're gonna scroll down to the brush we made. This one, it says brush copy. Mark it, right click on it, rename brush, call it rain, rain 2. Cool. So now you can mark it, hit B on your keyboard, and you're gonna, if you use the open and close brackets here, you can see. So what you need to do now, go to color and just pick a bluish color or whatever color you want, because we're gonna use this with an HSL layer later, so it's not 100% important what you use. So I'm just gonna use this one. I'm gonna make sure my brush is a little bit bigger here. We have a new pixel layer, and then you just go use some random strokes around like so, and you see that doesn't really look like rain at all. So we're gonna take this one, we're gonna go down here. Now we're gonna add that hue, saturation, and luminance layer. I'm gonna just hit the blue one because that's the color I chose. Gonna drag that hue, saturation layer down to the rain here, and now I can increase my saturation just so we can see what it is we're doing, and a little bit of luminosity shift here, and we're gonna match this up towards this bluish gray haze here as best we can. So we're just gonna drag it a little bit over to each side, see what happens. You can see we can go totally nuts on this, but that was a bit too much. I think that looks pretty decent. We're gonna then drag our saturation layer just down a little bit. So now they match pretty good with the background. They have a little bluish tint to them. So we're gonna just close this layer. We're gonna now add, you don't have to use light filter. I like to use light filter. So you go down to this time glass, press it, and we're gonna go motion blur. Set it to about 45-degree angle, because that's mostly the angle here, and then we're gonna pull this one down to here, and you can see we can try 90 degrees too, but I'm gonna stick with 45 for mine for now. I'm gonna increase this to 150 like so. Just hit X, and now we're gonna mark this whole layer. We're gonna go here, go down to soft light, and there we go. We have rain coming in, but this is a little bit too harsh. So the reason I use the motion blur, the light filter, is because now I can click it again and I can go here and put in 200 like so, but that doesn't necessarily mean that was better. We're gonna try it. That's not too good. 125, see what happens. I'm gonna stick with 150. Just hit it, so that's good. I'm gonna hit V on my keyboard just to get rid of my brush tool, and we can take the opacity down probably about 45-ish, 48-50%, and now you can see here on this image it looks like it's raining. It looks like you're shooting something out, there's rain coming down, and so on. And you can go into this cogwheel here too, and then just go here to source layer. If you go down on this side, it's going to pull it out of the lighter areas a little bit. This side, the darker areas a little bit. So we're going to just adjust like so. This doesn't have too much to say here, so don't worry about that. You can click now, and that looks pretty decent, I think, for a couple of minutes work. So now we're gonna see how it looks on this image. I'm gonna take this one off. I'm just gonna mark this one so we get rid of this stuff. Then hit the mask tool. Then I can turn it off. So go here. We can see now it looks again like it's raining, but we might have to do just increase the opacity a little bit more. See, that's a bit too much because these, unless you're taking it through a window or something. So we're just gonna leave this at about 63%, and you can see that it looks like it's raining. And now you have on your basic brushes here, I see I have quite a few made, but on under basic, since that's where we started, you'll find your brush there. And that's it. I hope you liked this tutorial. If you did, let me know. If you have any other questions, please hit that subscribe button and leave and that notification bell. Hit a thumbs up if you liked it. And of course, if you spend more time on this, refining it, which you can do, is with the brush, it will always make it look better. So when you have this selected, you can always go back up here and then alter it again, so you can do whatever you want. It's always fixable or editable. That's it. See you next time.